Chapter 6, Lesson 3, Algebra, Variables and Expressions. You will be able to find the value of expressions using the order of operations. Algebraic expressions contain at least one variable and at least one operation. Your operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. For example, the expression n plus 2 represents the sum of an unknown number, n, and 2. The letter x is often used as a variable. To avoid confusion with the symbol, the multiplication symbol, there are other ways to show multiplication. So we can show multiplication with a dot, shown here. 5.x means 5 times x. We can show it by putting the x in parentheses. Or, when it's a number and a variable, you can just write them next to each other. And that's automatically assumed to be multiplication. The variables in an expression can be replaced with any number. Once the variables have been replaced, you can evaluate or find the value of the algebraic expression. So evaluate 16 plus b if b equals 25. So all we're going to do is take our b value of 25 and plug it in where b is. So we have 16 plus 25. Add those together, and we get 41. Letter B. Evaluate x minus y if x equals 64 and y equals 27. So we're going to replace x with 64, and we're going to replace y with 27. And we get the expression 64 minus 27. And I will do this off to the side here. And we get 37. Letter C. Evaluate 6x if x equals 1/2. Remember, when a number is written right next to a variable, it's multiplication. So 6 times, and let's replace x with 1/2. Now remember, we want to put a dot there, or we can put parentheses, and they both mean multiplication. So let's multiply. To multiply this, I'm going to put the 6 over 1 and multiply across. 6 times 1 is 6, and 1 times 2 is 2. Remember, fractions are division, so 6 divided by 2 is 3. Letter D. Evaluate 3 plus m if m equals 4. So 3 plus, instead of m, I am replacing it with 4. And 3 plus 4 is 7. Evaluate the following expressions if a equals 6, d equals 4, and c equals 1/3. So in letter E, we have a plus 8. And a is represented by 6. So 6 plus 8. And 6 plus 8 is 14. Letter F, again we have a, but it's a minus b this time. So replace a with 6 minus, and b is 4, so 6 minus 4, which is 2. Letter G, a times b. So we have 6 times 4, which is 24. Letter H is 9 times c, so 9 times, and c is 1/3, so 1/3. Remember, put the 9 over 1 to make it a fraction. 9 times 1 is 9, 1 times 3 is 3. Fractions are division, so 9 divided by 3 is 3. evaluate multi-step expressions, replace each variable with the correct value and follow the order of operations. And remember, that is PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So evaluate 5t plus 4 if t equals 3. So 5 times 3 plus 4. Now, parentheses. We do have a 3 that's in parentheses here, but there's no operation. There's no add, subtract, multiply, or divide inside the parentheses. So this grouping symbol really just shows that it's being multiplied by 5. So that does not count for our parentheses step. There are no exponents. There is multiplication. We have 5 times 3, which is 15. Bring down the 4. We have no other multiplication or division, but we do have addition or subtraction. 15 plus 4 is 19. Letter B. Evaluate 4x squared if x equals 1/8. So 4 times, I'm actually going to use parentheses here, 1/8 squared. So I took just the x portion and replaced it with 1/8. I still brought down the 4 and the exponent of 2. So parentheses, again, this set of parentheses, there's no operation inside, so it doesn't count for our parentheses step. I do have an exponent. I have 1/8 to the second power, which means I have 1/8 times 1/8, which equals 1 over 64. So this is 4 times, bring this down, 1 over 64. I have no more exponents, but I do have multiplication. So let's put this 4 over 1 and multiply. 4 times 1 is 4. 1 times 64 is 64. And of course we need to reduce. I can divide numerator and denominator by 4. And I get 1 over 16. Letter C. Evaluate 10a plus 7 if a equals 1/5. So 10 times 1/5 plus 7. The 1/5 doesn't count as being in parentheses because there's no operation, or as being our parentheses step. There are no exponents, but I do have multiplication or division. I have 10 times 1/5. So let's put that 10 over 1 and multiply. 10 times 1 is 10. 1 times 5 is 5. But 10 divided by 5 is 2. Bring down the plus 7. Add them up and get 9. Letter D. 2D, evaluate 2D minus 5 if D equals 12. So 2 times 12 minus 5. We have, it looks like the first thing we have is our multiplication or division. So 2 times 12 is 24. Bring down the minus 5. And 24 minus 5 is 19. Letter E. Evaluate 50 minus 3D if D equals 12. So 50 minus 3 times 12. We don't have parentheses or exponents, but we do have multiplication. 3 times 12 is 36. Bring down 50 minus. And the only thing left to do here is subtract. 50 minus 36. And get 14. Letter F. Evaluate 9e squared if e equals 1/3. So 9 times 1/3 squared. Remember, 1/3 squared is 1/3 times 1/3, which equals 1/9. So we have 9 times 1/9. Let's put that 9 over 1 and multiply. 9 times 1 is 9, and 1 times 9 is 9, and 9 divided by 9 is 1. Khalil is wrapping a gift for his brother's birthday. The box has side lengths that are 1/2 foot. Use the expression 6s squared where s, that should be an s, where s represents the lengths of a side. To find the surface area of the box he is wrapping, write your answer in square feet. So we have the expression 6s squared. And we're going to plug in our 1/2 foot for our side length of s. So 6 times 1/2 squared. Remember, 1/2 squared is 1/2 times 1/2, which equals 1/4. So this is 6 times 1/4. Put the 6 over 1 and multiply across. We get 6 over 4, which can be rewritten as 1 2/4 or 1 1/2. And our answer is in square feet, so square feet. 1 1/2 square feet.